Well, hello guys, it's Dale Walker. Well, luckily I sold my 2018 used Class A I had, a smaller one. And I pulled the trigger on this before, but luckily I got rid of the other one, so reimbursed myself. Anyway, this is a 26 Forest River Campsite Reserve 19KR. And basically, for a drag bike and a quad, you got to get a giant one or they were too small. Well, they finally came out with this one and it's going to work for my needs, so I did buy it. But little warning when you buy anything new now, any RV, you got to go through the whole thing. They're not on salary anymore. They're on volume, and they are running, putting these things together. And just beware. You got to go through it all. Check all the seals on the roof. Go through everything. Be fine when I get it done. But anyway, I've been working last couple days on finally. I got some E-Track, and this is what I got going on. I thought I'd show you. So, not done by any means, but I got the front done. This is Ratzuki. It's about a 72-inch wheelbase. Okay, my older Pro Street bike. I'm going to run it at Pro Street again just for fun. Old school. Anyway, so I got the E-Track in there. I put a 3-foot piece in, so I have a million screws. 5/8 number 12s. And then I put a little bit of foam on there, and I got a strap going down towards the front so the tire can't twist. Then what I do, that stand is my custom stand my brother-in-law made. The tire's off the ground. It's not going to sit on that, it just is now. Right under the body, there's 2 brackets I have that poke down out of the side, and they come at an angle. So I'll be putting some more E-Track. I got some a pair of 2-foot ones coming, and they're going to be on the floor right in past this fire extinguisher right in this area here. And I just suck the bike forward and pull it into the chalk without having to hook onto any of my handlebars or into here, the pain in the ass to the triples when the front fairing's on it. Same thing over there. There'll be one. Luckily that door's got tons of room. There'll be one over in this area here somewhere. Make them even. Probably about 6 inches forward the bathroom. That's the bathroom. And do that. And then I have a new Polaris 200. It's a kind of a beginning dirt bike for beginners, for kids and stuff. 200. It's real peppy though. Perfect size. I've had 600s and I've had little ones, and this one's just in between. Runs great. It's a drive shaft still with the CVT. And anyway, so I thought I was going to do E-Track, but luckily, one thing they did right was they put these in kind of the right spot. So I was able to find a frame tube down there that has a little cross brace in it, so soft tie won't slide up. Come right across here. Oh, here's Mr. Harley guy. He's gonna do a wheelie for us. Anyway, so yeah, came right around each tire, sucked them down, and then here in the back, I just went around the axle with some soft ties, and over there where it can't slide, this can't slide just against the tire, and pulled them out. So luckily the ones they have in here were in a good spot where I could adjust it and have plenty of clearance in between the bike. Like I say, that stand won't be there. That's the one I use at the track though. Okay, little spools. Tons of room. I want spare room, of course. So on the back here, my brother-in-law Paul, Ace Fab Paul, he already made a rack, and we're going to bolt the thing down. My starter's all in here. It weighs 48 pounds with 2 lawn tractor batteries. I showed you that a while back. Yeah, it's going to have about a 1/2 inch clearance to the taillight there. So, as you can see, we've got tons of room to the back door still. That's what I was really careful in measuring this thing before I pulled the trigger on it. So what we're going to do now is the rack is going to sit on the rack, be flush, but we're going to run a tube, another tube with standoffs coming up, so it'll come around here, and I can drop in this tub, right? can still get my fingers on it. And then in the front, so it won't run into the tail light, we'll go ahead and just come around about 4 inches. And then that thing's just going to drop right in that cage. It'll be all Sano. It weighs 48 pounds. Trust me, it's not going to jump out of there. And then if there's not enough room for the quad under the awning to fire up the bike or work on the bike, I can just lift this thing right out of that cage. It's all self-contained. It's not screwed down. Bring it right over to the crankshaft on the left side there and fire that puppy up. Bike still needs some work. By the way, this is Sunday. I think it is. Yes. And Wednesday I start my pinpoint radiation on my rib. Then I get an MRI actually on Tuesday before I do that. And then shortly after, probably a week in between, then I'll start on my neck. Be another 5 days with real high level. And man, it's kind of risky, but I got to do it. So, shit, I'm going to be out of commission for 40 days or something, just feeling like crap. I'll do something, but not much. All right, now let me show you what I'm going to do with these. These are the real heavy-duty ones that you can buy at Costco, but I never saw the smaller ones. These are 12-gallon. They're awesome. They're the real heavy-duty, neat ones. I'll put a lot of my tools in there, spares in there, stuff like that. I got one more. I can go up in front. I've got up in front here, that storage compartment goes clear through. I mean, it's 8 feet wide. But I don't want a bunch more tongue weight, so I'm trying to transfer it around and kind of equalize it. And I'm going to put stuff in there, but not as much, right? So, yeah, whatever your gross vehicle weight, you want about 15% up front. So what I'll do is once these are all ready, I'll load this thing, put all my stuff in it, I'll go weigh it on a cat scale, and then I got a thing to measure the front tongue. And I'll kind of move stuff around a little bit, but I'm not going to have that many choices. It's going to be fine. Let me get these in there. I'll show you what I'm doing with those. Yeah, another thing I want to talk to you about is how to get a low drag bike in that frickin' trailer. So I bought this little handheld winch. You know what I mean? Hooks on one side. It's all self-contained on Amazon. It's a China thing, but it works pretty damn good. It'll pull 1,100 pounds straight up in the air, so it's going to roll a bike in. So let me see, I worked on that a whole day, had to get real creative. I have right there a 10-foot arched, strong, folding ramp, aluminum, okay? So, I knew I was gonna have to jack the front up, so the ramp obviously will go, it goes right here and butts against here. It's about in this area here. And it's way out here, about in here. And then I used one of my car ramps that's not that I built underneath the end of it. That's what I ended up having to do. And then the front electric jack on the trailer. When the trailer is level, it's about 30 inches approximately, 29 3/4 to 30 inches end to end when you measure it. Okay? I had to go up from 30, 10 more inches, there's tons left, 10 inches, and then the oil pan and everything on the bike, cleared over the hump, and what I do, or what I am doing, is off of these two tie downs, I put two soft ties together. That goes, I have a heavy duty 2-foot by 4-foot table, of course the bike's outside, and the table is, where is the table? The table legs are pretty much even with this trim strip right here. It gives it 30 inches of height where it's not going to rub on the fender and wreck my beautiful fender that you can't even get anymore. And then the winch is flat, sits right in the center of the table. I snug everything down, the ratchet tie down, and get it lined up, and then hook it on the bike and pull it. And this is what I did temporarily. You can see that right here. But on my Cosman old triple clamp on the bottom, there's two. I'm upside down, sorry. This will all be gone. There's two flat surfaces here with the 5/16 bolt holes, and I'm going to make a really bitchin' bracket that's going to stick out and then kind of come like that, and Paul will gusset it and everything. And that is also what I'm going to pull the bike back with. Okay, I'm upside down, sorry guys. Two things at one time. So that will pull it up, get it in the trailer, and then that's going to be pulled around a loop on the very back of the rack of the quad. Okay, that's it. Yeah, one thing I forgot to mention, to get the bike out, I still got to lift it up the proper height, but I can just roll it out. It's not, the bike's low enough, I can just walk next to the arch ramp. I did it 4 or 5 times. It's only pulling it up, of course. Okay, this thing also had a party deck. I took it all off, put it away. It made the door a hell of a lot heavier. And total design flaw. When you have the party deck on there, there's nothing to hold it up, to fold it up on the sides to load anything. I'm not going to have a party on there. I'm going to shut this when I get to the track and have the air conditioner on and keep the bugs out. So the only time this will probably be open, I got a screen that can come down, of course, up there. So let some airflow, see if it's cool. But party deck is put away brand new. So anyway, so this is what I got going on with the tubs. Gonna hold a lot of stuff, so 2 are gonna go right behind the quad right here. I'm gonna come right over the floor eye hooks. There, go straight across, snug those down. Then another soft tie and a long ratchet tie down. There's another one of these in front that I showed you. And they'll pull these down. So I have a lot of stuff in here. It's all equally balanced. And I could shift things around, but that's what I'm going to do with that. And then, like I say, then the starter car, that's up here. Got tons of clearance. Okay. So yeah, and then I'll probably, there's a really family-owned carpet business. I get these runners made. See the one under Ratzuki? They have remnants left over, and the lady there sews on the nice little edging on it. So I think I'm going to do that with the quad too, because otherwise the whole floor is just going to be, you know, knobby marks, right? That's why I got this sheet put down. And I left myself about 8 inches of clearance from the cabinets. That sucker's not moving. And then it ends up kind of like that, which is perfect. So that's it. Just trying to do as much stuff as I can before I go for the wonderful zapping. So you guys take care and hope you're healthy and having some fun. I did get a few rides in that you saw, which is nice. But I'm going to go now. So thanks you for all the prayers, well wishes, all that good stuff, guys. So yeah, give me a thumbs up if you can. Make a comment and share, stuff like that. Okay? Well, God bless you guys. And I'll see you on the next video, whenever that is. Okay? You guys take care. Later.